I can't imagine I'd like an actual opera. That just doesn't sound appealing. My understanding is that they're in Italian, and they're always subtitled using like a screen to kind of tell you the words. That's probably what I've seen on television or something like that. I do enjoy musicals, so, but I have never been to the opera. Just like everything, I imagine things have been more modernized with the opera. What are some of my favorite musicals? Well, that's actually a tough one. Because I just kind of started the musical thing, so I would say that my favorite, most recent one was Avenue Q. Is a good musical. I've seen Spam a lot. I've seen what was it called? Can't remember what it was called. Yes, and it's very good. We actually have there's a theater in Chicago that puts on very good versions of musicals. They're doing Spam a lot now. I beg your pardon. What show is playing this evening? It's called From On High. Mr. Epstein says it is the most popular show of the season. All critics love it. Okay. I've also seen... I can't remember what it was called. Was it called Something Rotten or something like that? It kind of reminded me of The Producers. It was somebody who was trying to create a play that was better than Shakespeare's, and Shakespeare kind of got somehow and heard about it, or something. I can't remember what exactly it was called, though. Let's talk to the manager. Good evening, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Scotland Yard in a sensitive investigation. May I have a moment of your time? Certainly, Mr. Holmes. I'm Frederick Epstein, General Manager of the Chantry Opera House. Have you ever met Miss Sarah Carraway? She is sister of Anna Carraway. Yes, I met her once about a year ago, and we've seen her here a few times since then. We are not well acquainted. I believe Anna gave her a season's pass to one of our best box seats, but I haven't seen her today. Where might I find Miss Anna Carraway? Regrettably, she's bedridden with a sore throat this evening. Her understudy will perform competently enough, but I'll be happier when the divine Anna returns. Do you know where Miss Anna lives? Actually, I don't yet. She has recently moved, and I have not given myself the pleasure of leaving my card at her new home. She informed me of her illness by telegram. It will be difficult to visit her home, I think, if you don't know her address. Indeed, I'm sure she will offer that information at her earliest convenience. May we see her dressing room? I'm afraid that's out of the question. Visitors and guests are not permitted access to the performer's private room. That would be a no. I mean, we could see the show and maybe sneak into the dressing room. That is possible. Let's, we had another question we can ask him. Or might I buy some tickets? I'd like to buy some tickets, if we may. Sorry, sir, but the show is fully subscribed. The theater is completely sold out for the next 3 weeks. Even standing room is gone. All right, we've got tickets, right? Where are they? There we go. Opera ticket. Use opera tickets on Usher. Can't do that. Okay. Use opera tickets. Use opera tickets on manager. No, can't do that either. Oh, here's another Usher. Tickets, please. Okay, give opera tickets to Usher. Here we go. Box seats. Very good, sirs. Please show them to the balcony usher, and he'll direct you to your places. Okay. I assume that's this person. I don't know. I was given the dialogue option. Your seats are right up here. Right up these stairs. You can't miss them. Okay, I guess I will go upstairs. Excuse me, gentlemen, but you must have a wrong box. These seats are occupied. Visitors downstairs can direct you to your places. Oh no. Oh no. Please see the balcony usher for directions to your seats, gentlemen. The show will be starting soon. These are Sarah Caraway's tickets. How did you come by them, if I might ask? You knew Miss Caraway then? Knew her? I'm Miss Worthington, and I own the Chantry Opera House. As I share this box with Sarah, I know her, of course. And who might you be? This is Mr. Sherlock Holmes, and I am Dr. John Watson. Yeah, I get it. Now, do I want to deliver the news that she's dead, or do I want to lie and say that she's engaged? Oh well, I hit the down button. We got these tickets from Sarah, who is elsewhere engaged. We have come to hear Anna sing. I certainly hope she does sing. She has a voice the angels must envy, but I heard that she might be ill. Well, please make yourselves comfortable. The performance is about to start. Okay. Oh, we probably need to use the chair? How do we sit down? How do we sit down? Can we talk to her some more? We need to see inside Anna Caraway's dressing room. Would you be so kind as to secure Mr. Epson's consent to inspect these premises? Well, of course. What? What did she just say? I missed it. Let's go to the last page. Of course. Here, I'll write you a note to give to him. Okay, well that worked. So we're not actually going to enjoy the show? We have box seats and we're not actually going to enjoy the show? That seems almost disgraceful. Almost disgraceful, I say. Okay. We have a note now, though. She just was like, okay. I see. You've succeeded with Miss Worthington, where you failed with me. Very well. You may view Anna's dressing room, but I insist that you disturb nothing. Her personal property and that belonging to the opera company are off limits to you. Understood? Alright. I'll remind you once again that you are to touch nothing. I'll be watching closely. Okay. A common iron coat rack holds an elegant and stylish silk hat and a pink feather boa made of dyed ostrich plumes. Okay. Likenesses in cameo silhouette and oil of the great operatic composers line the walls. Mozart, Verdi, and Puccini are all represented. There are no personal photographs or pictures in evidence. Okay. Jewelry box. An inexpensive Florentine-style red leather chest with a hinged lid. Mr. Epstein is watching your examination very closely. The vanity is covered with various bottles and small opaque jars of theatrical rouges, powders, paints, unguents, and beauty aids. Unguents. Unguents is what I meant to say. The nickel-plated hand mirror decorated with metal wreaths and baby's breath. Its poor condition suggests that it is not someone's personal property. Okay, got a music box. It is a charming cherrywood music box made by Herman Bennett of Schalsberg. It is cleverly constructed out of a single piece of wood. The top announces it plays Ein klein Not music. Okay. More portraits, probably the same thing. Yep. Okay. Haven't found anything of significance yet. Drawers. The vanity has 3 drawers. I assume we can't open the drawers. I will try, but I doubt we can. No. Open. You may look, fill your eyes, or take a photograph if you like, but you may not touch anything. Okay? Look at the closet. Cloaks, coats, formal gowns, day dresses, chambermaids' costumes, and a host of evening apparel are crammed randomly in this capacious closet. Shoe rack, shoe rack. Women's shoes of every size, color, and description are piled to overflowing on this wooden rack. The excess pairs spill into the neighboring paper box and on the closet floor. That's a lot of shoes. Mirror seems to be it. I'm not seeing anything really of relevance here. Like, I want to open, maybe I need to distract him so I can like open the drawers or something. I don't know. Mr. Epstein, it is essential that I be allowed to thoroughly inspect Miss Carroway's effects. If necessary, I may need to take certain of her things away with me. I repeat, Mr. Holmes, that you may examine Annie's dressing room with your eyes only. You have neither the right nor the authority to touch anything belonging to her or the opera company. If you disturb anything, I will have to escort you from the building. Okay, then I guess I'm done. Don't you find it strange that Miss Carroway informed you by telegram that she was sick without telling you her new address? How are you expected to reach her, if necessary? I hardly see that Anna's Miss Carroway's address is any of your concern. Please confine yourself to the dressing room so I can be done with it. I am ignoring my important duties for the sake of this foolish errand. Alright, we're gonna leave. You won't be able to examine that room properly with the manager inspecting your every move. I can distract him if you wish. Next time we go in there, just give me some kind of sign, and I'll take it from there. Okay. Alright. The main thing is the jewelry box and the dresser. Those two things seem to be the relevant things right now. So we will figure that one out. Can you determine whether the dresses in that coat in that closet are Miss Anna's personal property, or do they belong to the opera company? What's all this, then? I shall do so now, Mr. Holmes. If Mr. Epstein will assist me... Ah, the distraction. Okay. A supply of clean, white, soft flannel cloths are folded neatly in one corner. These are useful for removing grease paint and theatrical makeup. A large quantity of cotton wool, special colored pencils, a small pot of glue, and a modest collection of what appears to be sets of eyelashes occupy the remaining space. Okay, nothing there. Middle drawer. This drawer contains only a small ring of keys. Ooh, let's see if we can take those. Pick up on middle drawer. Look at that. Look in the bottom drawer. A larger assortment of silk stockings and linen undergarments than would seem absolutely necessary for the comfort of a professional singer of modest means nearly overflowed the drawer. Interesting. Clothes. Close drawer. Can we open the music box? What else can... I think that's it. It appears that the opera company owns them all, Mr. Holmes. No luck, I'm afraid. That was a good distraction. Do you see anything of interest in this case, Watson? Nothing I consider relevant, Holmes. Okay, we're done. We got some keys. Alright, let's look at these keys. Several keys of various sizes adorn this ring. Okay, that doesn't give us any info. What can we do with these keys? Is there anything locked that we need to open? I can't think of anything. We could go back into the opera. Don't know if that would help, but we could do it. Talk to her again. See what happens. We'll break the news to her. Oh, how dreadful. Such a lovely girl. Was there an accident? Please compose yourself, madam. There was no accident. She investigated her death. You don't mean to say that she was murdered? I'm afraid that is true. We need to speak with Anna Caraway. Do you know where she lives? No, I love her voice, but they know nothing of her personal life. Perhaps Mr. Epstein, our manager, can help you. Is there anything you can tell me about Sarah? She was a pleasant young woman, though we only shared small talk. It's sad how little any of us knows about those around us, and now she's gone. She liked nothing better than to see her sister sing. They were very close. In fact, Anna recently gave her a pendant, and Sarah cherished it so. She told me that she never took it off. I know that pendant. That's the pendant that's at the morgue. What does this pendant look like? It was oh no, this was a different one. It was a very large ivory oval attached to a heavy chain. A bird of some sort had been etched in the ivory. Distinctly oriental it was. Very lovely, but perhaps a bit grand for every day. She wore it under her blouse, I believe. She told me that James, her young man, despised it, but she was very proud of it. James! I got a name! James! Is there anything else you can think of that might help us in our investigation? I can't think of anything, but if I do, I will inform the police. I hope you find whoever did this awful thing and bring them to justice. Now please excuse me. Life goes on and the show is starting. Okay. Welcome to the presentation of From High. Regrettably, our female lead, the divine Miss Anna Caraway, is ill. Miss Angela Ferrati will be singing in her stead. Please join me in wishing Miss Caraway a speedy recovery. We hope you will enjoy the show. Oh, how unfortunate for Anna. Miss Ferrati, however, is a fine singer in her own right. I hired her myself. Okay. There's a conductor. The show is starting. The orchestra is playing. If we stand here long enough, do we get to see the show? Oh, yep, we do. There's the show. It is happening. Oh man, you got caught by a Burger King employee. Mayor B. So we're watching the show. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's we just don't know where she lives. Well, we now have a name. James. Maybe we can go here and get some more info. Maybe we can say, hey, can I talk to James? We know he lives here. We know he's tall. We're back. Okay, let's talk to the coach. Let's talk to the water boy. Hey, Tom. How's it going? It is going quite well. How are you doing? I am playing a game called The Lost Cases Files of Sherlock Holmes, The Case of the Serrated Scalpel. It's a very interesting adventure game. Nope, can't talk to him. Oh, here we go. I need to speak to one of your players. Glad you're doing good. Oh, jeez. I missed the dialogue. When they've left off practice, you can speak with any of them as long as you like. If you want to watch, stand with those people over there and stay out of the way. The man I need to speak to is named James. His family name, man, not his first name. You don't know it, do you? I've got at least a dozen lads named James. It's the most common name in England. For all I know, your friend... Alright, what does he look like? Maybe we can figure out who he is. He's tall, with black hair, and he wears a substantial quantity of oil in his hair. That barely narrows it down. My boys are all good-sized lads, mostly dark, and they all wear gallons of that blasted oil. Vanity, you know. Can't you tell me something more specific? If you could tell me how he dresses, the color of his eyes, or the brand he smokes. The brand he smokes. I need to find out more info. Nice. Gabriel Knight 2 looked like a great game. That is one that's on my list to play. I kind of caught pieces of it. Who would know that? The only place that I know he went to was the perfume shop, I think. So let's go there. I did play the first Gabriel Knight, and I enjoyed it a lot. I kind of hesitated on Gabriel Knight 2 because of the different style that the game was. The first person, or the full motion video content of the game. But it looked really good. I'm looking for a certain young man who purchased perfume from this shop recently. Beg your pardon, sir? My mistress doesn't permit me to converse with the clients. If she sees me talking to you, I'm sacked for certain. Okay. Okay, maybe I can talk to her and ask if maybe I have to ask her. No? I guess not. Let's talk to her again. I guess 2 didn't have a whole lot of character building or anything like that as far as getting to know who the characters were. So, or 1 didn't. 2 didn't have a whole lot of that. It was a good game, but yeah. I'm still looking for a certain young man who purchased perfume. Oh, she doesn't want me to talk. Okay. How do I talk? So I have to figure out how to talk to her. Oh, this seems oh, I'll bet you I can distract her using by asking for perfume. For you, sir, I recommend Peau La Vie. It is subtle and elegant, and any woman of sophistication would be most appreciative of the investment, if I may be so bold. All right, Tom, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Very good, sir. That will be £2, 3 shillings. Wait, did I pay for it? Okay. Buy this again. Oh wait. I need something that he has to go into the back for, I think. Okay, I'm buying a lot of perfume. So apparently there's what do I want? Do I want a specific perfume? I don't have any here in front. Let me go to the back and get some from my stock. I'll be back in a moment. Ah, okay. There we go. There we go. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Now I can talk to her. I remember the man you spoke to my mistress about. It's like my mistress said. He was a rugby player. I don't remember his name either, but I can tell you that he smokes senior service cigarettes. There we go. I know because he dropped an empty packet on the floor right in front of me as I was sweeping. She's coming. Please don't let her see me talking to you. I'll get the back of her hand when you've gone. Walk. Here it is. I really must speak to my assistant about keeping things stocked. Yeah, got it. Distractions. That's like the ultimate detective game. It's distracting people. Alright, back to the rugby field. Now I know what brand he smokes. Maybe that'll help. Seems kind of a weird... So I basically need to know more about him. Alright. Talk. Ah, stop moving. Stop moving. There we go. Still want to talk to him. Come on. But James I need to speak with smokes senior service cigarettes. Ah, that would be Sanders. I believe. Very good sort. Sanders, come out and walk and talk to this man and make it quick. Watson, I think the indirect approach would be best. Don't mention Sarah's murder. As you say, Holmes. Alright, we're gonna save. James Sanders. Yes, sir. These men want a word with you. We need to ask you some questions about your lady friend, Sarah Caraway. I don't have a lady friend. It's against the rules. No women during the season, right, Coach? That's right, Sanders. And I better not find out you've been stepping out with women and breaking curfew. This is a matter of far more important than team rules. A crime has been committed. Prove I've been keeping company with a lady, or take back your accusation. I won't have you casting aspirations without proof. What? Man. Why is this so complicated? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh wait, I do have proof, don't I? Probably have proof of my inventory. Let's see, do I have proof? I've got the flowers, that's not proof. I have this. Oh, this is the proof I got. Okay. Where did you get that? From Sarah Caraway's dressing room at the Regency Theater, and we have witnesses who state that you bought it for her. Is that true, Sanders? Well, no, I know Miss Caraway, but we're only friends. It's my roommate who's courting her. I bought her this perfume for him to give to her because he had to study for an exam. Ask him yourself. You can talk to him later at our room. We live at the Eaton dormitory in Grosvenor Place. You've got your man, Mr. Holmes. Now please leave me alone. Get back in the scrum, Sanders. We'll talk about this later. Okay, so I have a new location. That's good. New location to go. Alright. Alright, it's right here. Alright. Oh, you again. Turned up like a bad penny. You've done your damage. Clear off now and maybe no one will get hurt. Whatever are you on about? Don't play the outraged innocent with me. I'm not a complete fool. You knew that spreading tales about me and Sarah would get me suspended from the team, but if you thought you'd make a killing at the bookmakers by getting me soaked, you're as stupid as you are malicious. Everyone knows the team doesn't stand a chance without me. No one will take your bets. Now get out before I lose my temper. I assume that your melancholy duty. I assume that it is our melancholy duty to be the bearers of bad news. I assure you that you have misinterpreted the facts. We are working with the police on a criminal case. Your own trouble, while regrettable, is merely coincidental to this matter. I may have broken the rules of the team, but I've broken no law. You won't get me with that. Now get out! Okay. I assume that it is our melancholy duty, Mr. Sanders, to be the bearers of bad news about Sarah. Would you oust us before you've heard it? I've had enough trouble today, and you're the cause of it. I had no use for anything you have to say to me. Now get out. Alright, fine. Mr. Sanders, your lady friend, Sarah Caraway, is dead. And you're daft as well as malicious? I see. Get out before I throw you out. We are working with Scotland Yard investigating Sarah's death. You must believe that, so that you can help us find her murderer. I don't believe you. Why should I? You've only done me harm. Sarah's not dead. She can't be dead. You can't convince me that she is. It happened early yesterday, Mr. Sanders. I'm sorry. Perhaps if I had proof, an official death certificate, or no. But no, I saw her 2 days ago. I don't know what your game is, but I want you out of here now. Okay. See if I can go to the morgue and get an official death certificate. Wow, I'm on the runaround here. I'm running around. What's this? What's the death certificate? Okay. Well, that's convenient. I guess I didn't have it. I'd like to look at Sarah Caraway's death certificate. Is it available? Yes, Mr. Holmes. I just finished filling it out. It's there on her body. May I take it? Or a copy of it with me? Certainly not, Mr. Holmes. That is an official document to which the seal of the City of London has been affixed. As for a copy, it would be highly irregular. I don't believe I could sign such a document in my official capacity. In any case, there are no government copyists employed here. Well, who? Another bureaucracy at its finest here. Can I pick it up? That is an official document to which the seal of the City of London has been affixed. I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes, but I can't allow you to take it. I was just picking it up, man. Let's talk to Watson. Maybe he can distract him while I take it. What a remarkable odor, Watson. Some professional guidance, please. Can the stink of carbonic acid be harmful to one's health? Not really, Holmes. This area must be disinfected regularly. Someone sloshes it everywhere several times a day. We'll become accustomed to the smell in a moment or two. How do I get a copy of the death certificate? Yet another conundrum. Right? Oh, it's you, Holmes. Hello, Inspector. Yes, Holmes. What can I do for you? Alright. Maybe we can talk to him. Maybe we can talk to him some more. Try talking to him. Oh, maybe I can, maybe instead of a death certificate, I could show, like, a personal effect, like the bracelet. Pick it up. What about the facial counter? No. Oh, maybe I can. Nope. Either. What about the handkerchief? Nope. The only thing I could pick up was the key. Key was the only thing that I was allowed to pick up. Nice. Nice. Okay. Alright. My inventory. What I got in it. I can look at it. Is there any way to copy it with anything in my inventory? I've got a bunch of perfume, which I think is funny. Signed and sealed by the medical examiner. Well, let's see if there's anything at my house that. Oh, maybe there's a way to. Maybe. Why is there? I don't understand why there's like this massive stone thing that I can click on. Alright, I'm gonna try and go back to my place. Let's see if, first off, let's see if he's got any info. Oh, does he have something in his hand? A gyroscope? Has he always had that? Nope. Oh, here we go. Inventory bloat. Yeah. That's probably true. Inventory bloat is a thing. Jonas, I need a back issue of today's of the Times, yesterday's early edition. It was the one that with the name of the young woman. Oh, okay. This is what I can do instead of the death certificate. It was the one which named the young woman who was murdered behind the Regency. My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'm afraid that edition sold out completely. And later editions as well. I've no leftovers lately. Most folks are following police investigation into this Ripper business. And then yesterday, Sporting Fancy was in a frenzy for any news from the cricket matches in Melbourne. Spottorf was bowling, you know. They have some issues at the office at Fleetwood Street, I'll wager. Thanks, Jonas. I'll take your advice. Talk to him. Wiggins, I have an errand for you. At your service, Mr. Holmes. Go to the Fleetwood Street offices of the London Times. Find a copy of yesterday's paper, the early edition, mind, and bring it back here. Half a crown ought to cover your trouble. Half a crown will do just fine, sir. Fleet Street's a long way to go for something I got right here. You see this jacket of mine is wearing a bit thin, and the Times is just the thing to fill the lining and keep a body warm, sir. Mr. Jonas is always kind enough to spare a page or two if he has any left at the end of the day. Would you like to be the one? Would this be the one you're looking for? Yes, my boy. That's just the one. And let me make it a crown, shall we? That should be enough to fetch you a good new jacket. Okay. So we got the paper. I think that's what we probably need. Paper might be good enough. Instead of a death certificate. The death certificate, I think, is a red herring in this game. Yes, okay. This probably is good enough. But just in case we're going to go into my... They added quite a few red herrings to this game, because that was definitely one of them, without a doubt. Okay. Anything. Also a Persian slipper. A single soft leather slipper suitable for either foot hangs attached to a leather thong. It has no heel and a pointed toe curls slightly upward, a quality of rough cut shag tobacco is stuffed far into the toe of this unlikely humidor. Okay. Still wish I could take that. But I can't. Okay, we're gonna leave. We're gonna see if that works. Alright, let's go back to the, Alright. Oh, he looks sad now. It can't be true. Why, she's dead. Who's responsible? I'll pull his arms out. This is Mr. Sherlock Holmes, consulting detective for Scotland Yard, and I am Dr. Watson. We are trying to find her murderer. We require your assistance. Okay. Okay, now we can probably talk to him. What more can you possibly want of me? Have you seen Miss Carroway recently? Not these past few nights. We thought the coach might be getting wise to us, so we decided to steer clear of each other for a while. She was killed late in the evening behind the Regency Theater. Do you recall where you were at the time? I was here by myself, studying for my chemistry exams, like always. Was your roommate here to vouch for you? No, he's almost never here. He's always in the lab, but you can't think I had anything to do with it. No, more witnesses just make the event easier to sort out. Well, he knows nothing of it, that's for sure. I kept her a secret even from him. Do you know of anyone who had a quarrel with Sarah? No, I'm sure that I don't. We knew each other quite well, but out of the necessity we knew little of each other's friends. You could ask her sister Anna, or maybe Antonio Crusoe, Anna's fiancé. They might be able to Caruso tell you something. Where can you find it? Where can we find them? I've never been to either of their flats, so I don't know their addresses, but I can tell you that Anna sings at the Chancery Opera House, and I've heard Antonio say a number of times that he spends his free time at St. Bernard's Snooker Academy. Where did you meet with this couple if you never visited either of their homes? We would often picnic together. There was a certain spot near the Priory School that Anna always wanted to go to. I gather she goes there frequently. She loves children and likes to watch them play. She seemed especially interested in one lad, curious little chap, never joins in with the other boys' games. Anna would talk to him from time to time. Interesting. Where exactly is this picnic spot? It's just west of here, where Earl's Court runs into the Brompton Road. We would always picnic by the wrought iron fence behind the school. Is there anything else? Is there anything you can tell us that you think might help our investigation? All I can tell you is that if you find the one who killed my Sarah, I'd rather keep him away from me. You'd better keep him away from me, or I'll be the one who gets the rope for murder, because I swear I'll kill him. Okay. Look at his. Let's look at his flat. An uncommonly clean and versatile group of implements suitable for performing a variety of chemical experiments. Amidst the assortment of lab equipment are flasks containing numerous toxic substances, such as it contains arsenic. Arsenic, interesting. Okay, that is interesting. So he had he had opportunity, or his roommate did, maybe. His roommate had opportunity. Hmm, interesting. As an impressive and tasteful selection of sporting awards grace this rough-hewn trophy shelf. The trophies appear of recent vintage, and the name James Sanders is engraved in each one. So this is his roommate side of the room. Um,
Yellow.
hey, Bio Chicago, thank you for the follow. This antique and splintered specimen appears to have some value to the person who hung it in its place of honor. The inscription 132 not out, May 16th, 1872, has been etched in the business end of the bat with what looks like to have been a white hot fireplace poker. Okay, that's so much irrelevant information. Look at scarves. A half dozen or so emblematic school scarves. After a hard-fought and well-played sport contest, boys often exchange their own scarves for the scarves of their opponents. That's interesting. That's actually kind of cool. The size and condition of the jersey suggests a gigantic man who is repulsed by neither grass, mud, nor blood. Its position makes it seem a kind of shrine either to Rugger or to the person who wore it. Okay. Book. Okay. Alright. I don't see much else here. I'm currently suspecting that, based on the evidence, his roommate could have done it. Okay. But I have no idea. He had access to the arsenic and he knew how to use it. But that only explains. But that's not necessarily. There's the picnic area. There should be. Isn't there a snooker club on here too? I don't see the snooker club. Oh, there it is. No, right here. Okay, well, let's go to the picnic area first. Based on its proximity of being closer. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing here. Well, let's look at this. Here's the kid. The boy appears to be under 10 years of age and has a small frame. He is dressed expensively, though he has treated his clothes and cap with more casual neglect. If I can talk to him. No, I can't. That is the kid that I believe can do anything here right now. Maybe this is a later thing. Let's go to the club. Go to the club. Snooker Club, which is here. See if I can talk to Antonio. I think that was his name. Spectator, Jack Mahoney. Nobody here. Let's talk to the spectator. Oh wait, there's also the bartender. I did not see him. Oh no. I'm looking for a discreet word. I'm looking to have a discreet word with a man named Caruso Antonio. For a price, I can furnish some useful information. A guinea, and I'll set you to rights. Okay, I might have to pay him. Let's talk to the barman. Somebody wants to charge me for info. Barman, do you know your clientele? Who can afford to come in here and while away the day? We cater to gentlemen of leisure, sir, men of means and great refinement who take pleasure in the joys of intelligent conversation and a game of skill. Okay. I'm looking for a man named Caruso who frequents this premises. Do you know of him? Perhaps, but names and faces are not my strong suit. If Prince Albert himself was to rise from his grave and walk through that door, I regret to say that I wouldn't recognize him. My glasses and bottles require most of my attention. Okay. So that is, can I get a pint of bitter? Apparently the answer is yeah. So I had a drink of alcohol there. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk to the other guys. Alright, so the only people I can talk to are the bartender and the other guy. Alright. I'll talk to him. I'll offer him the half a crown. I have it on good authority that any chap with an hour to kill can master this game. Is that true? Go ahead and try. If you've got 10 pounds, you're dying to lose. Take it on, Jack. Is this a mini game? I have basically infinite money in this game, so... a half a crown is all I'm prepared to pay. I hope your information has value. There's a smart chap. What I know is that you should talk to Newbie, the bloke who's wearing the billycock on his head. He'd be the one to tell you what you want to know. The one I didn't talk to. That's funny. That's funny. Is that like negative points? Do I actually have to wait here? Or do I have to do something else? You seem to be moving the ball back and forth and not doing anything with it. So I don't think this game is ever going to get over with. Talk to Dr. Watson. The balls just keep going back and forth. You give credence, Watson, to the old adage that skill at snooker is clear evidence of a misspent youth? I've always admired the man who knows how to handle a cue, Holmes. You know of my fondness for billiards. Nothing. Oh, I just realized there was a down button up at the top. You don't click the arrow, you hit the down button. Alright. I just noticed that. Watson stopped me from drinking. Oh, that makes us leave. Well, it doesn't seem like I can do anything there right now. So what is our next place we can go? We still have Wiggins, who potentially could have information on our flower thing. So let's go there. Maybe that's the next, maybe that's what needs to happen in order to move the game on a little bit. Right? Also has this gyroscope. Let's talk to him again. Wiggins, my boy, I need to use your gyroscope for a short while. Oh, I do? That can be arranged, Mr. Holmes, if the price is right. You are sharp, Wiggins. I've always said so, but I would merely like to borrow it. Rent it, you mean? For money? Alright, you will be compensated. Say a shilling? It's most precious to me, sir. Dr. Watson himself gave it to me last Christmas. Very well. I know. When I'm bested, I will buy it from you for half a crown. Sold! I hope to enjoy it as much as I done, sir. Okay, so I think maybe we're trying to rig, like... The only thing I can think a gyroscope would be for is to rig at, like, a billiards. Rig myself at billiards, maybe? It's the only thought I've got. But I have it. Now what am I going to do with it? What do I do with a gyroscope? He still hasn't. We still don't know information about these flowers either. Or did we get that? Or did we already have enough information on that? I mean, Wiggins seems to be a good resource for things, so. Alright, let's go back to the park, see if anything's changed there. It's close. It's relatively close now. Doesn't look like anything's changed. Let's talk to Dr. Watson while we're here. The carefree days of childhood are never appreciated at the time and always missed afterwards, wouldn't you say? If every child could grow up in such comfort and security as this, Holmes, what a different world this would be. Okay. Do you see any detail that might make this spot especially attractive to Miss Carroway? It is a charming picnic site, peaceful, lovely to look at, and bathed by the sound of children's laughter. I can see no further significance in this scene. How shall we win the boy's confidence, Watson? I must speak to him. I'll not speculate about the nature of his connection to this case, but I'm certain he is important. Perhaps we should speak with Miss Carroway's gentleman friend and the snooker player. Well, he doesn't want to talk to us. Let's see if we can use the gyroscope on him. No, we can't. Maybe they had a signal or something. Alright. Watson says we need to go back here, so let's go back here. I don't know. I'm kind of lost. Every time I get lost, I seem to get a little bit back on track and then get lost again. Oh wait, now I can talk to him? I'm told that when a man named Antonio Caruso plays here, he dominates the tables. Is that true? If you want to know about the man, say so. I'll tell you all I know for a price, say a sovereign. This ain't Chelsea Market. I don't bargain. You want goods, you pay the sovereign. Beggars can't afford to be choosy. You'll be here. I'll be here if you change your mind. Let's talk to him now. I think I might be able to challenge him to a game. Now they're actually willing to talk to me. Last time I was here, they weren't willing to talk to me. Why do I need the gyroscope? I don't know why I need the gyroscope. I have a gyroscope for some reason, and I don't know why. Let's talk to him again. I mean, I don't know if we're bypassing things, but it's not like we have we don't have... It's quite a remarkable hat you're wearing. Does it help your game? Not so's you notice if it was any of your business. What is your business anyway? Hey, Angel Raiders! How are you all doing? Thank you for the raid. How is it going? I hope the podcast went well.
Yellow.
Thanks for the follows. It is going well. I caught the beginning of your podcast, but I had to start the stream, so I wasn't able to watch the whole thing. I'm playing an adventure game from 1992 called thanks for the bits. Called The Lost Case of Sherlock Holmes. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, and thanks for the Twitch Prime sub.
You'll be history. Buenos dias, neighboritos.
Yellow.
We welcome you to the neighborhood. Sing fa la 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 la.
Thanks for the sub, Wookie Breeder, and thanks for the sub, Z Pyro.
You'll be history. Buenos dias, neighboritos.
Lots of tacos in here, that's for sure. It is a taco party. Well, if that's true. No. Apparently there's a Dorito emote. That's nice. Yes, you have tacos now. Alright. Yes, I think you should remedy that tomorrow. Tomorrow is Taco Tuesday. Not that I think one day is enough to celebrate tacos, but I mean, if you're gonna have tacos one day a week, you might as well do it on Tuesday.
Yellow.
Thanks for the follow of Foolish Panda. He still doesn't want to talk. I think tomorrow is when, yeah, I can't believe you weren't following me either. I'm surprised. These games are fun. I've never played this one. Alright, well have a good night, a Foolish Panda. Thanks for stopping by. Oh man, how do I get him to talk to me? do I get this guy to talk to me? He's trying to concentrate. Turkey carpet? Well, I play them all the time, Jigsaw. Like, all the time. That's pretty much all I stream is these games. How do I get him to... How do I get him to... Is this a big red herring? I mean, it might be. Alright. Thanks, Jigsaw. I appreciate that. Alright, let's go back to this park. I really think that the key to this... I thought the gyroscope may be some sort of intricate plan to rig my pool playing skills, but maybe I can... Oh, there we go, there we go. Finally it's letting me do something. I thought I tried this before. Here comes the kid. You, there, boy! Might I have a word with you? Paul. I'm under instructions not to speak to strangers, sir. But I do have good manners. Good day, gentlemen. What is your name, lad? My name is Paul, sir. Nice gyro. Hello, Paul. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. What is your family name? My father has warned me never to reveal it to strangers. He's very important in the city, and has quite a temper. Might I see the gyro? Paul, how well did you know Anna Caraway? Yeah, it is a very, sinister, I guess. It'll stop at some point. There we go. Very well indeed. Are you chums of hers? She was my nanny when I was little. Could I look at the gyro? He keeps wanting to look at that thing. Do you know where Anna is now? Maybe. I think I have to go now. Is that an English gyro or is it foreign? Alright, let's give it to him. Do you like gyroscopes then? Very much. I have one of my own at home, but father wouldn't allow me to bring it to school. Do you know how it works? It's all about inertia and centrifugal force and, whatnot. It's the motion, you see. It's what makes them beautiful. Quite so, Doctor. Now, Paul, would you like this gyroscope to keep? Yes, please. In return, might help, and you, in return, might help us find Miss Anna? Is that a bribe, then? Not at all, my boy. We just need to find Miss Caraway, and you're the only person who might be able to help us. You're certain that you and her are friends? We're working with Scotland Yard on a criminal investigation. We are trying to keep her from harm, but we haven't been able to find her. In that case, I'll help all I can. I wouldn't want Anna to come to harm. She has a new house in East London somewhere. Someday she's gonna take me there. She sings in the opera, whatever that is. Her sister Sarah's a stage actress, and I think Anna has a boyfriend. Looks like a foreigner who wears nice clothes. That's all. I hope you find Anna. I have to go now. Okay. He left his hat. He left his hat. I get a hat too. Yeah. Hat, hat, hat. Hat, hat, hat. All right. Let's pick up this hat. I thought I said pick up. I guess I didn't. This game does not have any tacos in it, which is, I mean, it's Sherlock Holmes. I guess I guess that's kind of to be expected, but look at the hat. Look here, Watson. The hat was worn inside out. The hatter's label is pretty discernible. It's barely discernible with a few letters that are still legible. I'd rather it reads Eddington Equestrian. Very likely, Holmes. Eddington's is a high-toned shop for the fox hunting and riding crowd and other people with more money than sense. It's down by the embankment, not too far from Rotten Row. Is that a place to go? Oh, I think we're making an assumption that she, Anne, potentially gave him this hat. And so it might point me to a location, although she just moved, from my understanding. So maybe did I miss a conversation? Maybe I missed a conversation. Okay, well, we have another place to go, so let's go there. Would they add an entire location that's a red herring? I have a hard time believing that. Gentlemen, you may review the premises with your leisure, but do not touch anything. Direct any questions or concerns to me. Okay. Customers. Trophy. Yeah, there were no tacos harmed in the making of this game. From my understanding. Ooh. Okay. Let's talk to this guy, I guess. Maybe we need to use the hat on him? I found this cap, which I believe was purchased in your establishment. Perhaps you can tell me to whom you sold it, so I could return it. I recognize the cap, though I can't approve of its condition. I would like to return the cap to the owner. May I have the name of the purchaser, please? No, you may not. My clients expect me to protect their privacy. They do not expect me to direct confidence tricksters or bounders to their homes, trying to collect rewards or favors to which they are not entitled. For all I know, you have stolen that cap. You go too far, sir. You are insulting Sherlock Holmes, consultant to Scotland Yard. That is of no significance to me. I have my reputation to think of. Okay. So he's not going to help me. He even says, I know who did it. I know what the information you seek, but I am not going to give it to you. Okay. Well, let's talk to the customers. Maybe the customers have some information. You might as well try conversing with the furniture for all the attention that these two twits will pay you. Oh, man. Let's look at the trophy. Okay. An antique gold loving cup of the type popular in the last century. This one is inscribed Viscount Riddlesdale, 3rd Earl of Waverley, best master of the hunt, Dorset, 1776. Presumably, his family has some relation to the shop, or perhaps the Riddlesdale clan came upon hard times and sold the trophy for cash at some North Country jumble. Okay. Ooh. I wish I had some tacos right now. Kind of hungry. Let's look at this jacket. see what we got here. Stylized hip-length jacket traditionally worn by the British upper classes while riding to hounds. Among these aristocrats, the jacket is referenced to as a pink, although anyone with eyes to see can discern it is distinctly red. Okay, I assume there's nothing else I can do with... Oh, are the majority of your customers hunters or polo players? I'm sure I don't know how the answer to that question could possibly concern you. My customers are the most refined people in London. Okay. He is very... I don't know. I can look at the saddles. That won't help me, I don't think. A matched set of riding saddles made of exquisitely tanned and highly polished Spanish leather are decorated with brass fittings. The glowing patina of the seats seems to provide an independent source of light. Both an expert eye can detect these particular coats of arms are the invention of some manufacturer and not representative of any kind of... Okay, well, what have we here? It would seem that all of these so-called coats of arms are fraudulent. Now, wouldn't the local papers just love to know the true nature of the merchandise in these aristocratic neighborhoods? I suspect these customers won't be back. Now that they're gone, I feel an almost uncontrollable urge to test every polo mallet in the shop, Watson. Bring down those mallets, will you? Now, sir, do you feel you could let the name of the cap's purchaser pass your lips, or shall the doctor and I play a few chukas? Ooh, a heist party, yeah. This is extortion, but I will tell you. Lord Brumwell bought the cap for his son Paul. Now please leave. Thank you, my man. Have a nice day. Doctor, let us not overstay our welcome. Okay, cool. We got some info. Some information. I don't know what we can do with that information. Kind of want us to try going back here. I suspect that those two men have more than a casual familiarity with Newgate Prison. Can you tell me about them? Some of the Academy's noblemen, sir. Jack Mahoney, Aniello, and Nobby Charlton in the hats. Salt of the earth they are. I allow no rough trade in my establishment. I have difficulty believing that. Perhaps Inspector Lestrade should be informed. By all means. I have a pitiful memory for faces. If he's a snooker player, he is welcome. Okay. The man in the yellow coat seems a remarkable character. Is he married? Indeed, sir. To Peg O'Shea. A real beauty around these parts. Dark hair and violet eyes. The whole family's black Irish, as they say. The temperaments to match. Jock's out of the house quite a bit on account of them. Okay. Hey, Cross Pig. How is it going? We might get some info here. Oh. What should I say? No, I haven't, but I may change my mind about throwing you out myself. Now leave us be. Okay, let's do the other one. Sir, I require a moment of your time, now! I thought I told you... Perhaps your wife or her brothers should be informed that you are keeping company with a tall, red-haired stage actress who wears Eau de Vie perfume. For the love of Mike, keep quiet. You've been spying on me? Not at all. The evidence is all over your person. A strand of long red hair on your jacket, a particular brand of powder on your collar, unmistakable scent of Eau de Vie. All right, enough. Can we keep this between ourselves? Indeed, I have no wish to discombobulate your domestic arrangements. I simply must know where Antino Caruso lives. I bear him no ill will. Thanks for the follow, Cross Pig. And I'm glad that it is going. Antonio keeps his rooms over on the Kingsway, just below the Holborn Viaduct. Number 86 it is. Very cozy little spot. Thank you. I trust this information will prove accurate. The O'Sheas sound like a contentious and vengeful lot. You don't know the half of it. Alright, I got more info. Okay. We are making some progress here. I am doing pretty well. No, I don't want to talk to him. I just want to leave. Yeah. I want to go there. I want to go to the exit. Ah! Okay, can I click here? Oh, there we go. That lets me leave. There we go. Ooh, here we go. Where do I want to go? Do I want to go to his house? We just got the info. Let's go to his house. I don't see what Paul's father's, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume your likeness in Beaton's annual does you justice? Then I shall send my compliments to Mr. Charles Doyle, the artist. Mr. Caruso, I've heard about your picnics near the Priory School. Can you tell me anything about the boy in whom Anna showed a special interest? Not really. He's a strange lad, always standing alone watching. I believe she felt sorry for him. Poor little rich boy, and all that. The last time we were there, she said he wanted a gyroscope, and that she was going to get him one. Imagine buying a gift for a child who has everything. Oh, this was supposed to be my hint. My hint was that Wiggins had one and liked it, so maybe another child would like it. And did she give him a gyroscope? I don't think so. Okay. Well, there was... Mr. Caruso, we are investigating the murder. Oh, of course. You are investigating Sarah's death. Tragic event. But I must tell you that I'm having trouble enough with her sister Anna. I'm sorry for your troubles, but we are investigating a murder. Yes, That was selfish of me. But you see, I'm worried sick about Anna. I haven't seen nor spoken with her since I read of Sarah's death. Thanks for the follow on Instagram, Jigsaw. You've been to Anna's home today, then? Yes, but the housekeeper wouldn't let me in. I believe the old crone when she said that she hadn't ever seen Anna. I left my card and came back here. I played the piano to distract myself. I believed the old crone when she said that she hadn't even seen... What? Would you be so kind as to tell us the address of Miss Carroway's current residence? It's in the good side of Bun Row number 25, just off Chiswell Street. Not the best part of town, but Anna wanted a house in the grand style, and she got one. Do you have a key? No, but the housekeeper will almost certainly be there. She's always there, cleaning and polishing and sweeping, and generally making a nuisance of herself. I warn you, however, that the woman is as deaf as a post. Knock loudly and long. Thank you for the advice. If you see Anna, tell her I'm very prostrate with worry. Okay, anything else I can talk to him? Do you mind if we look around? I do mind, but I won't stop you. I really don't see how that will help find Anna, nor Sarah's killer for that matter. I mean, I will look around. I'm giving the option. Look. Pictures. On both sides of an elegant oakwood fireplace hang framed portraits of some of the greatest operatic composers of the 19th century. We have a trophy. Look at that. A silver-plated loving cup. An inscription rendered in the flowery script reads, "First place, St. Bernard's Snooker Academy." Oh, okay. So he is a snooker player. Okay. We have a crockery. Serviceable blue Delft crockery. Presumably these articles are purely decorative because there is no other evidence of cooking utensils or even a gas ring on which to boil water for tea. Okay. Pictures, a gas lamp. Look at it. Yet another in a long series of gas lamps. Okay. Cases. 2 hard-shelled leather cases of the type used
Yellow.
by... hey, thanks for the follow. 2 hard-shell leather cases of the type used by players of woodwind instruments. These are scuffed and scratched and appear to have been less than well treated. An impressive collection of European literature, complete editions of Balzac. Oh man, so many difficult to pronounce. Cervantes, Flaubert, and Goethe. Each for space with leather-bound classics like the Iliad and Dante. Close examination of several titles reveal they have never been opened. Thanks for the host. Stuffed chair. I guess I can look at that. The stair looks incredibly comfortable, although the cloth is a bit threadbare. A large cushion rests on this chair. Photo. What's the photo of? A young woman in a bathing costume tests the waters at Blackpool. She is turned toward the shore and appears to be having second thoughts. Her face bears a striking resemblance to the murder victim, Sarah Carroway. Miss Anna Carroway, I presume? Yes, that's Anna. Lovely, isn't she? Okay. I got a picture of her. That's good. Huh. Interesting. cushion is... Oh. Nothing of interest under the cushion. Okay. Well, it was worth a check. He's just kind of playing a piano or something. Nothing. I think that's about it. I think that's all we can do here. All right, let's leave. Let's leave the room and get some music back. Okay, we're here. Hey, we can go to her flat. Man, we got a lot of locations now. We got this mansion too. Maybe that's where she is. This case has more unexpected turns than Cretan labyrinth. A door. Let's use the door. No. Use door. Knock on the door. We have to knock loudly so the housekeeper hears us. A beautifully designed rosewood door. Its top two panels are done in elegant leaded glass. The Italian-influenced pattern continues the theme established in the windows which surround the door. Okay. It can't be. Let's use the door. Oh, door knocker. How many times do I have to knock? That's 5 times. How many times do I have to use it? Oh, is there? Oh, there's a bell. There's a bell too. Let's use that. I do have keys, don't I? I think I have keys to her house. I have keys I got from her dressing room, so let's see if I can use them. I believe the demands of good manners have been satisfied, Watson. If there is anyone inside, they are rather incapacitated, or they don't wish to see us. In either case, we must enter. Indeed, let us proceed. Okay, we're in. And the keys worked. I think the key is the keys worked. Watson, what do your powers of deduction tell you about this house? Is it occupied, or are we alone? I know that guessing is... anathema to you, Holmes, so if you don't mind, I'll reserve my opinion until I have some facts. Well, we technically do have facts. We have smells, we have, okay, let's save as, Anna's home. We haven't saved in a while. Probably a good idea to save. This isn't one of those games where you can really die, so, one of 2 dragon trees that grace the spacious foyer. They are particularly lush specimens, but appear to have gone without water for longer than a caring horticulturist would allow or recommend. The plant sits in a well-turned ceramic pot, glazed in royal blue enamel. Interesting. Calling card. Calling card? Is that... Oh, that's probably Antonio's card. This is a card with some printing on it, but it cannot be read from here. Okay, let's pick it up. Calling card. Okay. Look, that's a calling card. This card presents the name and office address of a certain Jacob Farthington, barrister of Gray's Inn, London. Interesting. A lavishly engraved silver plate rendered in Louis Quater's style. Anna uses it to hold the calling cards of prominent visitors, and there's only one in it. There's a staircase, there's a score. Let's look at the score. A leather-bound, well-thumbed musical score and libretto of W.A. Mozart's Magic Flute, parts sung by the delightful character Papagena, are underlined in pencil. Right. Let's go up the stairs, I guess. Going up the stairs. Going up the stairs. This is a nice place. Oh, we're gonna freak out the cleaning person. Hazy Pyro. Ah, the housekeeper. Good day, madam. She's gonna... No response. Russo did not exaggerate the woman's condition, Watson. She seems to be extraordinarily hard of hearing. We must speak to her immediately, but I do not want to frighten her. Okay. We could hit her in the head with an iron bar. I mean... Anna too. What do we want to do? No. Let's just talk to her. Oh my! Don't startle me so, young man. What are you doing here anyway? Are you a friend of Miss Anna's? Excuse me, madam. We are looking for Miss Carraway. Thought it was going to be more complicated than that. You haven't brought in any dirt on your shoes, have you? I trust not. Pardon our intrusion. We wish to speak to Miss Carraway. Don't whisper, young man. How did you get in here anyway? We have a key from Miss Carraway. We're looking for her, actually. You are not the only ones. Her fancy man was here earlier, interrupting me, keeping me from my cleaning. Like I told him, I haven't seen her all day. You can't wait for her downstairs? You must. I have my cleaning to do. Maybe look around this room? Certainly not. Miss Carraway barely allows me in here. I clean as best I can, but she has strict rules. I have orders to never, ever touch that statue, for instance. Not that I would want to, mind. That shameless woman has no clothes on. Now go downstairs, please. Hey, there's a statue here. Interesting. Interesting. Oops, I saved it as Xanadu again. Let's look at this statue. We also have a music box. A miniaturized version of the Venus de Milo. In its marble rendering, the lovely lady's arms have been restored. She stands in a polished granite pedestal on top of which lies a thin layer of dust. So she's... Because... Okay, let's move it. So she doesn't want us to touch anything. Okay. So I think we need to make things dirty downstairs to get her down there. This is the third distract the person puzzle, I think. We have some plants. Maybe we can tip the plant over. Move plant. Can we do it to the other one too? No. Move some more. Alright, let's go back upstairs. Excuse me, madam. I'm afraid we've knocked over a plant downstairs. What? Dirt on the floor. Out of my way, young man. Alright. We distracted her. Successfully. Okay. We've got a bug in the game where it's continuing having this hourglass for some reason. There's a book. The small leather-bound volume sits inside an indentation carved in the pedestal. Oh, well, let's pick that up. Put this thing back. Let's look at the book. The heck is the book? Look at book. It appears to be Anna Carraway's diary. Her private thoughts, feelings, and movements are recorded in a neat, regular hand. The most recent entry is lengthy. In brief, it reveals that on learning of her sister's death, she hired some detectives, experts in the recovery of stolen property. She believed her sister's jewelry would be pawned by the killer. The jewelry itself was not particularly valuable, but a letter whose value is beyond description was concealed in the pendant. The entry ends with the chilling sentence, "If they are not successful in recovering the pendant, I will be alone in the world. My poor sister dead, and my child lost to me forever." Interesting. Maybe Paul, the child that she's been talking to, is her child. Okay. The mystery is deepening. The mystery is getting more deep and disturbing. So she's not here. 3 brands of distinguished and expensive French cologne sit on the bench. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? We got a music box. Swiss music box designed like a carousel. Top of the carousel seems to be removable. Okay, well, let's open it then. Look in music box. Top of the music box is hinge, allowing access to the winding mechanism. I also noticed a drawer, which is somewhere around here. Painting. Well, let's see if we can open the painting first. Drawer. Look in drawer. Plays a tune. A small built-in tray holds the key to the music box and 2 pairs of earrings. Neither pair appears to be particularly valuable. Let's pick up the key. Pick up music box. What do we need to do? It's already open. Okay, there's something here. There is something here. Okay, what do we need to do with this music box? key. It holds the key. Oh, the key to the music box to make it play. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand now. Okay, we don't care about that then. We got a diary. Okay. That's good. We have a diary. I thought Watson was going to say something. What was this? What was this? I think we might go there. I think we're getting some info. All right, here's the barrister here. Let's see what info we can get here. Good day, gentlemen. Forgive me for not rising. Please amuse yourself while I complete this correspondence. There are 1 or 2 artifacts here that might capture your interest. A matched set of Royal Egyptian's Canoptic jars from the reign of Amenhotep I, with detailed depictions of Amenhotep I, with detailed depictions of the deceased viscera were inside them. Diploma. A sheepskin document written in Latin, which states that the Magister and friends of Balliol College, Oxford, award of the bachelorette degree to Jacob Maximus Farthington. Okay, look at the globe. A spherical map of the Earth is a 19th century reproduction of Leonardo da Vinci's classic globe, which the master built in 1515, shortly after the discovery of the Americas. Close examination reveals 2 sets of small brass hinges along the equator. Okay, let's open it. Look. The 2 hemispheres separate along the equator to reveal a well-stocked spirit Tantalus, 2 kinds of sherry, a collection of glasses, and an antique bottle of very fine port. Use bar. We can't use bar. Okay. All right. What else we got here? Got a robe rack. Let's look at that. The barrister's robe and periwig are carefully strewn on the rack. Both items are in extremely poor condition. A small quantity of surface dust suggests that neither has been recently moved, let alone worn. The rack itself is meant to look like it is carved from a single gigantic elephant tusk, but it is in fact made of plaster Paris, which is a letter. Okay. A piece of cheap wool scrap paper has been carefully preserved under glass, surrounded with a functional frame. A sort of cryptic note is written on it, which reads, "Jacob, I found some. See." It is dated December 12th, 1886, posted from the Witwatersrand in Transvaal. Interesting. Credenza. Like that's about it. Let's see if we can talk to him now. Mr. Farthington, what is your interest in Miss Anna Carroway? If you'll excuse me for saying so, sir, your manner is too blunt by half. in you come without so much as an introduction and begin interrogating me. No, sir, we shall not be able to deal on these terms. You can presumably find your own way out. Forgive me. My name is Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We're investigating the murder of Sarah Carroway. At Anna's Carroway home, we found her calling card. Have you seen her? With the exception of one time last week, not since she was in nappies. I beg your pardon? Might I know the status of your inquiries? We have some suggestive leads, though the murder is still at large. We're now concerned with the whereabouts of Miss Anna Carroway. No one has seen her in more than 24 hours. Would you please describe your interest in Miss Carroway? At the risk of betraying the confidence of a client, I'll tell you a story that will, I trust, make my interest clear. When the Carroway sisters were just infants, their father and I were great friends. We had come down from Oxford together, looking for adventure and ways to make our daily bread. After 5 years of serious application, we had found neither. I took a notion to dig for diamonds in Africa. Carroway, whose wife had died in childbirth, was determined to accompany me. He gave his daughters over to the keeping of a maiden sister, and off we went. Once there, it took barely 6 months and a bout of malaria to convince me that the rigors of life on the veldt were more than my standards of comfort could accommodate. I booked a passage home. With luck, I was able to establish this law practice, such as it is. Carroway stayed on, thinking his fortune was just blah blah blah. Over the years, the Carroway sisters remembered me with holiday greetings and such, but I never saw either of them until Anna called on me last week in my professional capacity. In brief, she retained me to research the legal procedures and evidence required to proclaim a claim of parentage. Though she was reluctant to provide me with any details, this much emerged. 10 years ago, Paula's 10, Anna bore a son out of wedlock, whom she was coerced into giving up by the boy's father, Lord Bromwell. Okay. Recently, she acquired some evidence that she believed would, in the hands of proper authorities, legally reunite her with her son. She understood that she would certainly risk old Bromwell's ill will were she to expose this evidence, but she discounted the risk. She left, promising to come again 2 days ago. She never came. I called at her home to offer my condolences for the death of her sister, and she was mysteriously absent. Ah, we now have a motive for the death. We have a motive for killing her sister. I frankly wonder, gentlemen, if she underestimated her position. I fear her disappearance may have a sinister cause, and you have said nothing to allay my fear. You imagine, then, sir, that Anna's disappearance following Sarah's death is more than a wretched coincidence. I say it may be, gentlemen, nothing more. That would indeed complicate matters to an extraordinary degree. Your reputation is known to me, Mr. Holmes. Might I engage your services to assist me in finding Anna Carroway? When you have unraveled this tangled skein, bring Anna to me, and we shall both have reason to be grateful. I will try to understand what unfolds and do as my judgment bids. I hope that our interests in this perplexing case coincide. I am confident that our goals are the same. For now, our business is concluded. If my office holds no more interest for you, please see yourselves out. Okay. All right. Well, we now know more information about Lord. I mean, I'm glad I didn't go there earlier. So Paul is... Do we want to go there now? Sure, why not? Let's go there now. So I can save. Save. An enormous oakwood double door set with a marble frame that conceals its hinges bespeaks an almost manic desire for privacy, security, and inviolability. A well-trained regent of Scots dragoons might penetrate it with great exertion. Okay, is there like a bell pull? Alright, let's use the bell pull. Here we go, bell pull. Let's see what happens. Trade deliveries are to use the rear entrance. We wish to see Lord Bromwell. Was his lordship expecting you? He is not. His lordship accept no solicitations. Are you selling something? No. We found some property which belongs to his family, and we wish to return it. You may give it to me. I'll see that he gets it. I'm sure you would, but I'd rather give it to him personally. Believe me, sir, his lordship is not in the habit of rewarding people for any reason whatsoever. You might save yourself any trouble by giving what you have to me. I'm afraid I must insist upon seeing Lord Bromwell. Very well, give me your card, and I'll see that if he's available. What a stubborn fellow. Servants are often reflections of the people they serve, Watson. Indeed, I'm sure our own Mrs. Hudson, will be pleased to hear that she may soon be matching wits with Scotland Yard and making unreasonable demands for tea and biscuits at 2 o'clock in the morning. Perhaps my point was overly general. I'm afraid his lordship isn't available. Lady Bromwell will see you. Okay. That works. She would know that he's not her son. Please wait here. I like how he's standing proper waiting for people stance. I guess we can look at stuff. Let's look at stuff. I don't know why. A gleaming marble copy of the masterpiece. Blah, blah, okay. Enter. Okay. Let's enter. Mr. Holmes, what may I do for you? Permit me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Watson. Thank you for seeing us. Not at all. My husband is otherwise engaged at the moment. Pettigrew said you had something that belongs to us. I have a cap, which I believe belongs to your son, Paul. If it is Paul's, I shall have to reprimand him for losing it. How did you come to have it? It's a rather long story. He's a very pleasant lad. While talking to him, we learned that Miss Anna Carraway was once in your employ. Do you know where she now lives? Silly and disobedient boy. Lord Bromwell would be most displeased were he to learn that Paul was sharing stories with total strangers. Lady Bromwell, let me assure you of your motives. The doctor and I are investigating the murder of Anna's sister, Sarah Carraway. We were hoping that you might know where Anna or any other Carraway family members might be found. I'm sure I do not. I never knew Anna to speak of any of her family. In the end, Anna became unsuitable as a house servant. We had to dismiss her. How was it that you came to retain her? Who referred her to you? I've long since forgotten that, Mr. Holmes. Now, gentlemen, there is nothing else. There is something else. If I may, Lady Bromwell, might I ask about the source of that unusual smell? Does Lord Bromwell smoke an exotic brand of tobacco? Indeed not. I suspect my husband's guest brought some noxious cigarette into the house. Now, has there something else in particular that you wanted? Ah, interesting. There's some sort of guest. That's very interesting. Has your butler been with you long? His entire life. He has grown old in this house, like the rest of us, though I fail to see how that might concern you. That means I can talk to him about Anna. That means. If it is convenient, please tell your husband that we may return to speak with him. Perhaps he knows something about Miss Carroway's people. Do not trouble yourselves, gentlemen. I'm sure he knows even less than I about the unhappy girl's friends and relations. This may be, my lady. I shall still like to speak to him. Very well. I'll give him your car. Good day. Okay. I think that's really all I can do. Okay. I think that's all I can do. All right. Fully. Oh, look, cigarette butt. There's a cigarette butt here. Pick it up. Well, let's look at it at least. Type of cigarette is not immediately evident, even to an expert eye. It appears to be an exotic combination of Turkish and Balkan tobacco. There's little doubt that it is custom made by a tobacconist. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Alright, now what do we do? What's our next destination? I now very, very highly suspect him of the murder, and not him of doing it, but him of hiring someone to do it. I highly suspect Lord Bromwell. Very highly. What are my places I can go? I don't know where to go now. Well, this is interesting. We're assuming feminine writing on this. Oh wait, we want to use the keys on the door. I feel like I may have missed something here. Wait. There's another card in there. Okay, I did miss something. There's another card in there. Oh my gosh. Ugh. That's what I missed. I'm like, I don't have a lead right now. I missed a card. Okay, let's go there. I'm guessing it's a place we can go. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh no, it's his card. Okay, well, I guess it's not a place we can go. That's a card I kind of expected to see. Okay. Where else can we go? I never gave her the cap. I just realized I never gave her the cap. Okay, well, oh well. Well, I got... Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Who else could I talk to? Maybe I can talk to, let's go back to his office. So I think there's something going on. Maybe there's more I could talk to him about. I want to talk to you more. Alright, I'm gonna talk to the rugby player again. I learned about the... Maybe he's got some new info for me. New info! Let's talk to him some more. He's still just sitting there in disbelief, which... Okay, that doesn't give me any info. Maybe we've got some information back about the flowers. Talk to Wiggins. Oh. I have to mess with the flower and then give it to him? Is that my problem? I didn't give him the... Okay, let's come back. Let's go back. Okay, that might be... Let's just leave and come back. That's not what happened last time. Oh, he's back. Okay, let's see if he has any new info. Any new info? Ah, here we go. Have you located the source of the flowers? Yes, sir. It's a girl named Leslie. She sells flowers like that, like the one you gave me. She has a nice cart set up at Covenant Garden just outside a pub. Well done, my boy. Here's your payment and a bonus for the lad who tracked her down. Alright, I'm gonna be done for the night.